Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the SpyParty Masters Championship. My name is Taboshi. I am joined today by Gabriel for the play-by-play
That's me. Hi there.
and Martini on the analysis desk.
Hello.
And we've got Wrestler, as per usual, as our host and observer today. It's the semifinals, down to 4. We're starting to get down to brass tacks now. Whoever wins this game is going to be meeting, I believe, Miniorek in the championship. No, sorry, not Miniorek.
Yes, Minior.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Whoever
Oh,
wins.
yeah, it is Miniorek. Okay, my apologies. It's going to be meeting Miniorek in the grand finals. Whoever loses is going to be meeting Opie Rights in the third, fourth place match. But today, this last semifinal is Rov versus Adafheyesh.
Yeah, super excited about this match. I mean, we've got Rov, one of the best players, if not the best player right now at least. And then we've got Adafheyesh getting a really good run here through SMC, but I'll let Martini talk to about this more.
Yeah, so let's look at a couple of games from each of these players' group stage matches. They're round robin matches, starting off with Rov. And Rov in the group stage went 21 out of 24 on his sniper. And for anyone who follows competitive Spy Party, you don't need me to tell you that Rov's sniper is extremely difficult to beat. And that's exactly why we're going to start out with highlighting one of those losses just to see how it can be done. So we're going to go to gallery and see how Sauerkraut was able to get a win here. So let's start the clip now. And as we're walking in, we see that the party is pretty active and the Amba is heading over to a crowded area. But we see General is standing at the front-facing statue. Bigger than us, he's highlight because he's been the statues already, and that makes him a great visual obstacle for the spy. So we sneak in behind his cover, green swap, and get out of there. And Rov just never sees us that we were there. So he sees the swap fade, but he ends up shooting a civilian that was never even at the statue because as far as he knows, nobody was ever there to do that green swap. So what Sauerkraut demonstrates in this clip is that you can't just passively rely on Rov to not track your mission progress, and even a bug where your arm is completely hidden isn't good enough if he thinks you could have done it. He needs to either see you and think you didn't do it, or just not see you near the ambassador at all. So it's not easy to fall off Rov's radar, and if Ada wants to come out ahead in this match, he might have to get a little opportunistic, a little creative with his hardtails like Sauerkraut did here. And on the other side, we have Ada's sniper, another excellent sniper with a great win rate in group stages. He only dropped 7 sniper games. And we're going to head to library and talk about his highlight, which is actually a lack of highlights. And I'm talking about left-clicking people and making them brighter on the screen. So we're going to head to 225 in this replay and notice as we play the clip that we're already 2 minutes into the game and we're just seeing Small Man pick up the first highlight of the game. And I think what this tells us is that Ada doesn't really try to dig for the spy in these large venues as we get shot for being caught for doing a little hardtail, trying to cheese it a little, because Ada can see the entire party and he's not really delving on AI doing like little missions and mission progress. He likes to keep that in his head and keep a visually clean party so he can just watch the entire party equally. And I think his sniper and Rov's spy on these 4 and 5 large venues with a lot of suspects to choose from could be a key matchup in this set, because Rov's spy, as we know, is not very active in the early to mid game. And in that sense, keeping everybody at around equal suspicion could work out in Ada's favor, because if Rov starts out slow, it could make it that much more difficult to set up late finishes against a patient sniper that can keep his eye on the whole party throughout the game.
So with 2 of the best snipers in SpyParty at the moment at our disposal tonight, it's going to be a hard task for the spies to find a way through, especially without balcony or Terrace on the board, as those were the two bans, Balcony from Rov, Terrace from Ada. Then we have Rov restricting High Rise, which is another one of the smaller venues, and Ada restricting Aquarium, which leaves us with doubled Redwoods, doubled Courtyard, doubled Tayen, which could certainly be a swing map, then doubled Ballroom into single Aquarium and single Veranda to finish us off.
Absolutely. We have a lot of quite big venues with a sneaky Tayen in there and maybe a Courtyard, but otherwise they're quite big venues here. No three of anything. These are only 4 of X venues or 5 of X venues. So we'll be seeing some very sniper-sided games on top of what they already were.
It's going to be a difficult task for both these players. No draws in the semifinals. We are going to get a conclusion today. I'm not going to talk about the overtime format until we get to that point. But before that happens, we have predictions to make. And I am probably going to go with Rov. He's just too hard to bet against at this point.
I mean, I kind of have to agree, so I'll probably go with Rov as well, but really, really close. So 11-9.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Rov here. I think this draft is a pretty standard one, and if Rov plays up to his standards like he usually does, it will be a win for him.
So that is where we stand. Heading into this match, we're opening things off on Redwoods. It's going to be Rov on the spy side first. So Ada does get the benefit of playing from the sniper side first. So he's going to be sort of generally a game ahead or even, rather than Rov, who's going to be even or behind throughout most of this match. We'll see who's able to break serve first. Rov on the spy, Ada on the sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, Ada takes the first serve here. We'll see if they can take a point with that.
You can see them kind of trying to get an early flirt, as one usually does at the beginning of a SpyParty game, but with the seduction target dropping into an already occupied statue pad, there's no room for a third, so Rov just moves on to the green bookcase, picks up an inspect, and we'll see what they do with the book. So that's some early progress, actually taking the book out as well, so lots going on, lots of possibilities for Rov early on in this game. Unfortunately, not able to get the contact as the double agent steps away very early.
We managed to get the white flirt, though, at least just in time before our seduction target leaves again. I'm kind of surprised by us taking the green book. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it, if we're going to really attempt to microfilm here. Ambassador just comes right next to us. Unfortunately, our hand is occupied, so we won't be able to bug.
Probably for the best. That was a terrifying bug to try taking either way. That being said, 34% on the flirt, a pair of inspects already. Ambassador really hanging around and trying to see if he can get himself caught.
Going
This
back?
is just
Yeah.
an awkward situation.
Ooh.
So we're going to do a green transfer behind the twin. It's a
I
good
mean,
thing that was
absolutely.
green too, because it was being paid attention for the sheer weirdness of the situation. But we do have green microfilm in pocket at this point. Book has gone away. Lots and lots of progress, but no mission completions as of yet, as we pick up our second flirt up to 63%.
I mean, if you're 2 on bookcase, you might as well take the opportunity to just take a green microfilm. Or white, but green is even better. And we're stepping in here into bar, probably to get a delegate.
Yeah, I highly doubt we're going to go straight in for a 50-50 frame at this point. Haven't really been hanging out in many conversations, so it is just going to be the delegate, and we'll move on from there.
Yeah, we're not even taking a drink. We're doing the semi-delegate cheese, doing a small semicircle there to go back to our ST. and have a green flirt, hopefully. Oh no.
Oh
Our ST
no, it
leads.
doesn't wind up happening. Unfortunately, the seduction target steps away at the exact wrong moment. This has been a very active seduction target. It hasn't even been our fault.
Yeah, the ST isn't even highlight. So, oh, now they are. They just got a highlight.
As
Obviously.
you said it, they got a statue highlight.
And yeah, Rav says, I need more time, and adds a green time at here.
They definitely did need more time at that. That's a delegate onto Smallman, but not expecting it to take. That is entirely just to get a little bit of activity in there, I think.
So we're gonna go to blue bookcase here to go and get a flirt, finish flirt, hopefully at least.
Hopefully
Delegate
the
indeed
microfilm
does
as
not.
well.
Yeah, and we'll try and get a microfilm there. Oh, well.
But it's not going to have a chance to happen. The shot comes off as we finish the flirt. One mission is all that Ada let away, and it was the flirt before the shot came off.
That's extremely impressive. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am impressed.
These are both very strong snipers, as we were saying earlier, so we're going to be seeing a few games like this. We'll see if Ada is able to do any better on the spy side. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Trying to get the bookcase, but we decide, nah, it's not a good idea. And we'll try and get a flirt instead.
This is a much more usual start to a game where you tuck in right next to the seduction target and pick up a fairly early flirt. Not able to hit the green once again, so it's 34% on the early flirt, but that is still more than in range to get it done with 3 whites.
Yeah, we're going to be hanging out here in this conversation for a little longer. Double Agent joins us, so we have the possibility. Oh no, Double Agent is going for the briefcase, so we don't have the possibility to do a BB right here. But there is a fingerprint at bookcase.
Looks like Ada is just going to hang out for this timer flirt, take things nice and slow. Double Agent has dropped back in to say hi for real this time. So we do now have the contact available, but Ada doesn't want it yet. Right now, it's just the second flirt getting picked up to 85% after a close green.
Yeah, we're going to take the banana bread here. It is green. That's going to be 2 lowlights? Not even one. 1 lowlight.
1 lowlight is a very, very good contact indeed. Unfortunately, a green test doesn't mean as much on a venue like this as it does on some of the really small ones, but when you're only letting off 1 low light, it's hard to get much better than that.
Absolutely. I'm a bit scared that we're staying here. There we go. So we're gonna go. We need to do 2 more missions. Oh, fingerprint
on the statue,
swap.
and immediately taking the green swap on it as well.
Okay. We need to finish flirt, get the other fingerprint, and swap will be done after that.
The big question here, though, is how does Rov react to the green swap when it comes off? It is going to be a low light who takes it, so that might make our lives a little bit easier. There's the swap. I think Rov's seen it.
We could have gone for inspects though if we're gonna go to the other place. Yeah, now we're inspecting, but we're gonna have to go back there.
Inspect has come off. So that's 2 inspects at the red bookcase here. We are highlit at this point, but so is most of the party, so it's hard to tell exactly what that means at this point. And out to the front to finish up this inspect. Safety off on a twin!
That's our ST as well. We could have fun with that if we wanted to, with some red flirts. I'm not sure we really want to tempt the devil here, though.
At this point, all we need is a non-red flirt, and that's going to be a mission win countdown at this point, but we're at 15 seconds to play. Time is running out fast. This is a long chase!
Yeah.
That is a very illegal path! It's down to 4 seconds. By the time this comes off, how does Rov react to the overtime? There it is. Who takes the shot? Oh, he's thinking about it. He had the laser on the right spot, but didn't have time to pull the trigger. And Adafheyesh breaks through first.
I don't know why you don't at least take the shot here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he just couldn't decide on where the bullet had to go and waited a little bit too long.
Just hesitated too much here. That's really unfortunate.
It looked like he had the right idea, but he found that idea just a little bit too late. The swap was beautiful in the end from Adafheyesh, and they go up 2-0 very early on. Rov, it's time for his second attempt at Spy at Redwoods versus Ada's Sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So there's our successful breakpoint, and here's an early time ad white. So that's immediately visible if you pay attention to it, but also you need to pay attention to it. So
So this is going to be a very early delegate from Rov, so no early flirt, going to the bar instead.
yeah, we have a bit more time because of the time ad here, so we can just take our time actually, just to chase our ST, go for, well, not chase our ST, because they go to a statue, and we don't like that. But we can take our time just sipping our drink and getting the flirts in.
Yeah. Rov likes being able to take nice, slow spy games where they don't have to get too much done too quickly. But this is taking that to a bit of an extreme. We have a delegate that is probably going to run out fairly soon and absolutely no other progress.
Yeah, well, our time ad has run out now, so we can delegate. Now it's a bit late. We're going to go back to the bar, but we can't renew our delegate until it has expired.
Well, there's
31%.
the first flirt, which is just barely too far away to get it done in 3 whites. So it's 31%.
Yeah, we're going to be hoping for a green here.
On a close white is 34%, which means we are going to need a green at some point if we want to get this done in 3 flirts.
Okay, we're going back to a conversation here.
Innocent conversation, though. No mission progress to be made at this point. So this time ad has come and gone and then some. We're down to almost 2 minutes to play, and all we have to show for it's this one flirt.
Yeah, that's getting a bit time sensitive now here. Double Agent might be joining our conversation, but that's unlikely. Going to Bookcase instead.
Eyeing up the seduction target a little bit, so we might be able to pick up a second flirt here, assuming she doesn't start moving too quickly. Don't have to get too close because we need a green test anyways, but we're not moving very quickly. We do hit the green test, so that brings up to 74%, which is plenty in range to get it done in 3. Double Agent is still not dropping in to say hi. There's an SDA here, so that'll do it. But under a minute and a half at this point and no progress other than the flirt is a very difficult situation to be in. And we've got 3 highlights only.
Yeah, you're going to have to hope for a civ shot here. Go for some shenanigans with BB and potentially delegate bar is what we're thinking.
Ambassador drops in to say hi, but that is a little bit too dangerous to take. Now that we have a drink in hand, we'd have to grab it on the way out as well, and that is not going to be something that we're going to be able to get away with. So Rov, still not a lot of progress as the seduction target steps away from him. He's shaking his camera as if he was going to finish missions, but...
Yeah, with 40 seconds left on the clock, that's going to be pretty difficult. We are going to delegate.
Send a delegate to Smallman. Smallman was already highlight before this. That could be big.
Yeah, we bugged as well. That's a failed bug. Hopefully that wasn't seen. We were being zoomed on, but I think that was
a successful bug,
Ambassador
though.
there. There's a bug.
twitching just that little bit closer to get the bug done. Now, what happens with the purloin? List is
end of
gone
that.
at this point. There's the contact. Still needs to finish the flirt. So maybe it did matter
7
that the
seconds.
suction target ran away from us. Does he get it off in time? Just barely in time.
Oh my
The
God.
shot comes off. Adafheyesh was already lined up and didn't see that rushed flirt at the end. So Rov strikes back from the spy side. And now he's just a snipe away from tying things up coming out of Redwoods.
Wow, 25 cents of a second there.
We thought this was going to be a very sniper-heavy match between these two players. It hasn't been thus far.
Yeah, their spies have been pretty good, honestly. Just finding those plays is super interesting.
It certainly has been. And now, Rov just needs to convert on this spy wing to tie things up going into the next venue. On the sniper side versus Ada's spy in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We're playing as Taft, trying to go to Windows. There we
Does
go.
wind up at Windows eventually. It just wasn't where we thought we would.
We finished our drink peacefully, thinking about which missions we need to make, to do. And we're gonna add time because, of course.
Well, it's a green time ad too, so that's going to help it be a little bit more invisible. Lots of activity at the windows. Red test on the flirt. I don't think that was intended to be, but sometimes there's a green right on the edge, and if it's not too risky to go for the green, you sometimes hit it and sometimes miss on the red side.
Yeah, so we're back to normal time. Our time ad has expired, and we have no mission progression.
Picking up a briefcase to see if we can hit a difficult print here. Does not hit the difficult print, but does get 25% off of a flirt.
Yeah, we need to move technically, but I mean, we can also stay there if we think that the sniper never saw us with the briefcase. Nope,
Well, it does
I
get
think
highlight for something, so it might be that little briefcase problem you were talking about.
I think the sniper saw us with the briefcase. And we still haven't done much. We have 25% flirt, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Difficult situation for Ada here. You don't get a second bite at the apple at the fingerprint, unfortunately. You've already smudged it. So back down it goes.
Yeah, I'm not
Ada's
sure
gonna
why we
head
did
off to the
that,
bar.
because the flirt cooldown expired just as we were leaving, so now we lost the opportunity for another flirt. We're gonna go for a delegate. Maybe we want to frame someone instead.
It might be Ada's only real chance at this point. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to do things clandestinely as such a large character as this. Does hit a second flirt, but this one also white brings us to 53%, so a close green needed to get it done in 3, but I don't think the game plan for Ada at this point involves finishing missions. I think it's just going to be hitting this delegate as late as possible and trying to get someone shot.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a delegate here if we want to finish missions, which
I think he might be
I mean
too
is
late, though.
possible.
He has sent someone at this point, but it's going to be very tight. I think he's going to be the only person at the bar, so it might actually come off, but it doesn't quite. It was very close, but about 3 seconds too late on the send. So now we're at a minute to play, no mission completions, not a lot of progress to speak of. It's not a good situation for Ada.
Yeah, we need to BB at least to get some kind of missions for the AIs. There's a bug,
on
okay.
the conversation. It was a pretty good one. No reaction from Rov. But we need a lot more. We still have a lot of work to do if we're going to finish missions at this point. Another delegate grabbed. Suspected double agent in conversation with the seduction target here, so that is not going to help.
We're on the wrong side.
Do we hit the green? We do
Yeah.
hit the green, but
We're on the wrong
1%
side.
off, and we die anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we were on the opposite side of the conversation. It doesn't matter how close you are, there's some kind of limit, I think. So, but we get shot, so who cares?
So that is Rov converting on his sniper win on his spy win rather, as Ada did on theirs. We are even coming out of the first venue as we head on to Courtyard any 4 of 7. And this is a venue that really does require interesting, creative spy play in order to get through. If you just do these sorts of very slow, by the book spy games, you're not going to get past the sniper.
Yeah, unfortunately, that won't work. And you do have, at least as spy, slightly more time and guests, I believe. Maybe not time, but guests for sure, because this is the SMC, so we have slightly more difficult setups for the snipers. But let's get started here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So Rov opening things off on the spy side is going to chase down their seduction target nice and early. So not too much delay before getting started. It finally hits the green test as the first flirt, so 51% there. That's the start you want on this venue. Give yourself as much time as possible to figure out where this hardtail is coming from.
We have a low light on teal with so many bounces. This contact is not actually that bad. We do drop 2 highlights, now only 1. But I don't think we're going to take it this early in the game.
Yeah, usually anything that gives away a lot of information to the sniper, you want to leave as late as possible. Contact, you don't want to leave too late because sometimes the double agent is just not playing nice, but that's pretty early to take a contact.
Okay, we managed to finish flirt, which is really nice in 2. So now that's done. We've got 3 missions to go, usually inspects and contact, and then the fabled 4th mission.
Very quick seduction finish. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rov step away into the statues fairly quickly here. Maybe a banana split is in order.
Banana bread.
There's the contact. No split from it, though.
So we've done the 2 main missions. We could try and purloin, well, instead we just innocently sip our drink, so that's not going to work for now.
Purloin is a very difficult proposition on this venue with such a high sniper angle. It makes it so easy to see what's going on with that guest list. But Rov is burning a lot of time that he didn't have to burn, now stepping away into the statues, and by the time we're done, it's just a swap! It's a swap trying to get away without Ada noticing. That's the kind of thing you need to do on this venue. Oh my god, he's trying to get this bug done. He did finally hit it. As soon as he lands in a pad, Ada snaps onto him and takes the shot. Didn't want to risk anything by going too early. They knew they had time, and they took it. Shot comes off, and what looked like might have been something. Unfortunately, Ada rotated back to find it, and the shot comes off, and it's the right one.
I thought Adafheyesh was going to wait here for the shot, and I would have been very, very sad. Instead, we take the right shot, so everything is fine.
Yeah, just waiting for the spy to stop walking is all it was. Ada's turn on the spy side versus Rov's sniper on Courtyard in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We're going for an early timeout again. That's 3 early timeouts out of 6 games.
I suspect Ada's just going to keep doing this until they get burned on it.
When you have a long set like that, that is a reasonable strategy. 1 game out of 20 to figure out your opponent is actually paying attention to timeouts is actually not that bad.
That's the early flirt. Another quick green, 51% to start off the festivities here. We'll see what Ada is able to do with it moving forward, but for now, as we expect, this is just going to be hanging out and waiting for the timer flirt to tick over.
Yeah, if we can get a similar start to last game and then finish even better. Instead, we're gonna step into statues and get our inspects.
That is a much earlier statue visit than you usually see from a spy on this venue. Usually, people don't like being glowy throughout most of the game, but they wind up doing it anyways, and often, this sort of thing, breaking the usual pattern of play, can often lead to dividends.
I thought we were going for the briefcase, but we did a kind of a weird path in between the window and the conversation, and now we're going for the briefcase.
So that's one print. Inspects done, 51% on the flirt. Pretty good return, all things considered. And in conversation with the double agent now. Oh,
That's so
dear.
visible. Unfortunately, Irish has such a snapback with the hand here that even if you're hiding behind Kane, as long as the hand is visible back to the idol animation, it just doesn't work.
I like the idea. It was just the wrong character for it, unfortunately.
Oh well. Now we're
That's the kind
tight
of thing
again.
you need to try on Courtyard, though.
Yeah, anything you can do to get creative and you might get a spy win, it's worth it.
Rob's turn once again on the spy side versus Ada's sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Gonna go next to our seduction target.
What a surprise!
And we're gonna flirt, and it's a green.
Perfect. Looks like the spies are starting to settle in a little bit and hitting the green tests a little bit more consistently now that they're a couple of games in.
Yeah, we're gonna bid our time here, just stay in the conversation, wait for the flirt cooldown to expire, and see what opportunities we have to finish missions and win.
I always get a little bit worried on this venue in particular when you see spies doing this sort of super orthodox by the book spy play, because this is what snipers know the best, and they are very good at seeing this sort of pattern of play out of spies. Are able to get the timer flirt, a second fairly close green, which leads to the seduction being done nice and early. So we'll see if Rov is able to do anything fancy as they come out of the statues with more time left than you would normally have.
Oh, we're really in the corner. We could have swapped and gotten out of there. We still can. We were not seen at statues at all. I think
Rov,
right we might get a
unfortunately,
highlight now. There we
didn't
go.
have that sort of shenaniganry in mind when they went in, and didn't think to adjust the plans, having seen the laser in an unfortunate position. Contact comes off, no reaction really out of Adafheyesh.
There's
And
no
there's
lowlights to take.
and there's the green purloin. How much of a chain do we wind up getting? Not much of a chain at all, it looks like. There's the take, sees the fade. What's the reaction? It's a low light, but it's not a shot yet. 5 seconds. Does Ada pull the trigger in time? They do pull the trigger in time. A little bit more stressful than it had to be, but the result is the same either way.
Just in time. 2.6 seconds remaining on the mission win countdown, and it's not like we were really looking for it before then.
Indeed. One more game of Courtyard to go. It's Adafheyesh on the spy versus Rov's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Okay, we're gonna go next to our ST. Well, no, unfortunately our ST leaves, so we're in an empty conversation now.
Well, empty conversations aren't so bad. They're very easy to get away from.
Nope.
That's just upsetting.
ST doesn't want anything to do with us. Just leave us alone.
That means Ada is either going to be well behind. Oh, look, it's a time ad. I forgot about that.
Rav has been paying attention to the beginning of the game for time ads, just not 15 seconds after now.
So that is a little bit of extra time to play with because we had a bit of a rough start to this one. No reaction from Rov as far as the time is concerned. A couple of lowlights might have been for it, but not a ton of information.
Yeah, we're in a conversation with the SDA here, so Double Agent is never going to join us. And we don't have much done yet, so we're just going to go... No, not even the statues. We're going to go flirt for the first time.
Yeah, we're pretending this is the start of the game. There's the green flirt to start the game. 51%.
I mean, only 45 seconds have passed, so...
It's still a bit of a late first flirt, to be fair. 45 seconds is not great time management off the first one.
No, we could be done. But we got 2 minutes to think of our missions here. And our missions we are going to think of. Here's our double agent conversation. And a BB that is white,
Banana bread.
not green.
Well, let's see what the reaction is. One low light from a twin outside of conversation, but it looks like that's all that's given up for it. So that's a pretty dang good contact, all things considered, even if it was white. Purloin coming fairly early on. This one's a green test. What's the reaction from Rov when it finally gets taken? Toby kind of got out of there as well. Does he get a good look at the fade? I don't know if they got a great look at the fade, but they got enough of one. This shot comes off, and we go even on the venue that we expected to go even on.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a chain there was. There was one chain.
Yeah, not great.
Well, we're at halftime here. 4-4, as expected, although we did get 2 spy wins there on Redwoods.
We did indeed. We've got 2 doubles still to go, and then a pair of singles. 4-4, we've definitely seen more love from the spy sides than I was expecting us to. Those 2 early spy wins on Redwoods were a little bit unexpected. They were very good spy games, but these players have such good snipers. We just sort of expect them to sweep from that side usually.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have a halftime highlight presented by Martini. I think he has something to say about this.
Yeah, so let's look at a key game in this set so far. We're going to head to game 2 with Adafheyesh on Salmon on Redwoods. And what we're going to see here is a great example of one of the few ways that you can exploit Rov's sniper, because Rov is not only a mission counter, but a very confident one. So let's play the clip. And as Rov rotates to the left to guard the ambassador from Bug, Ada makes a beeline to this statue. It's printable, so he prints it, he swaps it, he doesn't inspect, he just gets out of there because he knows there's a chance that Rov was too busy watching the ambassador and he could just get away scot-free with this mission progress. And that's exactly what happens, because despite the fact that Salmon clearly has 3 inspects, he clearly has contact and probably flirt completed, Rov can't take the shot even with a full 7 seconds of overtime because he trusts his mission count so much that he can't convince himself in time that Salmon could have done a 4th mission completely unnoticed.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful stuff. You just need to be able to see these little opportunities when they present themselves and do what you can to capitalize them when they do. That's what really is the difference maker between the good spies and the great spies. It's being able to see these little opportunities and pounce on them.
Yeah, and hopefully we see more opportunities here in this next game on Tayen.
And let's be honest, Tayen is definitely known for creating opportunities. Sometimes you just have to accept that a bug has happened and you don't know by who. Let's get into this. We've got Rov on the spy first versus Ada's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Anyone near enough the ambassador just gets credited with bug. That's how it works on Tayen. Oh, credited. There's our
So we
standard
get-
flirt. 34%.
That's how these games tend to start. There's
Nope.
the actual bug this time around. Did he get a look at it? Oh no, the highlight has come off. I think it's definitely, if he didn't see the R, then there's definitely a lot of suspicion on Rob for that.
Yep, that's the level above credited. We're gonna join back our ST. Nope. Instead, we were trying for the briefcase, but our ST steals it. Let's go for another bug here and straight to windows.
Worth noting, both front shojis are book side, so the statues are very exposed here.
Yeah, we don't really want to do anything with the swapping statues or anything. Instead, we're gonna go for our green flirt, and any white flirt will do now.
So that is 2 flirts done. Green book in hand as we step away with it. Bug done, but heavy suspicion on it. We'll see how this goes moving forwards. I wouldn't be surprised if Ada is using highlights to track who could have bugs at this party.
I mean, everyone has a bug at this point. Just some of them have more bugs than others. We could transfer, get a flirt here, and then get our contact. We're gonna need the DA to come back in conversation. There we go. We could join that conversation.
I would not be surprised if Rov wants to do something with the book first. He's got a little bit of room here.
Or ST
Seduction
could come
target actually
straight to
just
us.
drops in to say hi, so that's basically a free flirt if Rov decides to take it. He hasn't yet.
Usually when we say he hasn't yet, that's when he takes it, but in this case that doesn't work. There we
it
go.
goes. There's the talk, there's the mission completion. 1 minute to play, green book in hand, and 1 other mission to get. Contact still available. And if we slam this book in blue and then go for the contact, that will be mission completion. But book is going back into green, so we're going to have to find another way to get the last mission done. Bug we already have, so it can't be that. We don't have any prints. We don't have any inspects. What's the play here?
Okay, we're staying quite a long time here. That's definitely more than 3 cycles, no?
Yep,
Maybe.
I think that was too long. 15 seconds to play. We can't bug, we've already bugged, keep in mind. 10 seconds.
Double agent leaves.
I don't know
Can't
if
do
he
that.
knows we still need another mission. That's going to be a purloin, but we don't have the contact. The time runs down, and Rov gets through without... No, sorry. Rov just straight runs out of time on the spy side. He's not able to get through. He's not able to get the last mission done.
It's so sad because there was a chain as well, so we would have had something if we had just taken that contact. We would have had a chance. Instead, we ran out of time.
I feel like perhaps he just forgot he hadn't contacted.
That would be funny.
This actually does happen sometimes.
You just forget that there's a 4th mission.
Exactly. Well, didn't happen for Rov. Let's see if it can happen for Ada on the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, so they've actually played each other 4 times as far as I know. The first 2 times were in 2022, like beginning of 2022, where they tied each other actually 6-6. And then the next 2 times were
That's book cheese.
we just straight up transfer. Fair enough.
Yep, just grabs it out of blue and slams it in green. Absolutely shameless out of Adafheyesh, but doesn't die for it due to that front shoji, probably.
Yeah, that's the correct shoji configuration for that. But yeah, they played each other 2 more times, and unfortunately,
And in
those
the
2
red.
times it was Rav that won.
There's a fake contact coming off to try to distract from a briefcase, oddly. So that's one print. And an innocent drink take right after.
So we haven't started flirt, which is unusual for these spies. We can start it right here.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit odd. Was busy with some other things, but does hit the green on the first flirt to bring us up to 40% at a mid-distance flirt, I would call it.
Yeah, just busy with cheese flirting. Cheese putting a book in the wrong bookcase. Now we're just gonna stand around here for a little longer. We have a little bit of time with that mission done now. And if we find just one fingerprint, we can do the standard flirt and contact, and we're done.
Well, Amba is obliging, getting their prints on some stuff. We step back into conversation with the seduction target to get some work on that while we're waiting for the ambassador to vacate the premises. But the shot comes off before we get the chance. I think there was a lot more heat on that initial microphone transfer than we had originally suspected, and Rav got tired of waiting.
Yeah, just second flirt. That could be the end. I'm just gonna shoot.
So, no joy on the spy side of Tayen so far, but we've got 2 more attempts at it. Rav is the first one to bat. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Bouncing around conversation, going back and forth, but we're gonna land in this conversation with Pearl and let her talk first, and we're just gonna settle it.
Hello, Ambassador. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Would you like to put a bug on me?
Apparently not. Selection target does drop in to say hi, though, so we'll pick up that bit of mission progress for 34% on a close white.
Yeah, we're gonna, I assume, timer flirt here. Double agent does not join us.
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit of a slow start to this particular game, but you can often afford that kind of a start on this venue.
Yeah, missions, this is a small, relatively small venue, so missions can be done quite quickly.
Definitely burning a little bit more time than I would like us to, though. We do get offered a drink, and we do pick up a nice green test on a second flirt. So 85% is where we stand there, but that's the only progress we have thus far.
I wonder if that drink could have been our exit to go and do some other stuff, because now we're stuck here with less than 2 minutes on the clock and we haven't finished flirt yet. Or any other
Honestly,
mission,
I think
for that matter.
Rav has been here plenty long enough to leave anytime he wants. He just doesn't seem to want.
I mean, this conversation's just too good.
So it seems. Ambassador drops in
Yeah.
to say hi. We are able to get the bug through a person. So that's bug done without being in a position that you're really going to be suspected for it. Flirt done. Out to statues we go. It's center statues. So we should be able to get all of our inspects here. And then we just need to contact, and that's the game. How does Adafheyesh react to this? Can Adafheyesh react to this?
Yeah, I was wondering if we were close enough for the bug, and then Rob bugged, so the answer is yes. And then we just need a contact here, and we win? Wheels
little
does need to go in
briefcase
conversation,
redirect.
though.
Yeah, just waiting for double agents to settle in a contactable position. that was certainly a path.
Wheels is just having so much fun. And then
That
going
was-
for the briefcase.
That was one of the more wild AI paths I've ever seen.
And we don't even know if Wheels is going conversation. Wheels obliges, joins
Not only
conversation.
does he enter conversation, he enters our conversation. 20 seconds left to play, and we're in the perfect position to take
Banana
this
bread.
contact. There it goes. I don't know if Ada can find this shot in 5 seconds left to play. Rov has found another spy win and just needs to convert from the sniper side to be in a proper lead coming out of Tayen.
Ooh, now it's putting the pressure on Ada here to really go for some spy wins. We need at least one, if not more.
This is certainly the
Because-
venue to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to do on either Ballroom or Aquarium.
Well, Aquarium always has its opportunities, but this is probably still the biggest opportunity on the spy side for the rest of the match. Let's see if Ada can capitalize and keep things level in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Nope. No. You don't deserve to get a flirt rate here.
It was almost there. It was almost perfect.
So instead, we're going to be burning some time again.
Indeed, we are. And Queen takes the spot next to the seduction target in the other conversation as well, so that's just kind of sad.
We're still going to go there. Get some kind of flirt in.
A
little
lot
far
farther
away.
away than we'd like to be, though. White Flirt only gives us 24% from this positioning, so a bit of a rough place to start, but in position to do some bug shenanigans as soon as the ambassador steps away. Do we take it? We do not.
Okay, we're going to get an innocent drink here. And that's it.
Section target has stepped away though, so if we feel like going out to the back of the back of the party to have a chat with him, we might be able to get something from it.
No, we're just going to wait for seduction target to come right back to us, or right next. Yes? No?
No, this seduction target has been such a tease this game.
Just saying hello by passing.
I think you wanted to come to our conversation, but you just walked face first into another party goer and decided elsewhere.
Yeah, fair enough. I think this conversation wasn't for me anyway.
Oh no, this is a rough game of Tayen for
Banana bread.
Adafheyesh. A banana split is an interesting attempt on this venue. That's a red flirt though. So at this point, I think Ada sees the shenanigans the section target is getting up to and is trying to lean into it.
But the seduction target hasn't done much, is the issue.
Yeah,
Has
they've just been
weird
walking
paths.
around. That's a bug. That's a bug on the way into statues.
That's a highlight as well.
The question is, are we going to have time to finish the flirt?
We have a fingerprint here as well.
We might just go statue to statue and take both prints. It'd be pretty risky. We get the first print.
Or
That's
we could
exactly
get
what we're
the
doing.
briefcase?
It's briefcase for the second one. That is 2 prints
Don't
back
move.
to back.
Just stay there.
5
Yeah,
seconds.
exactly.
No, he just as he starts walking to try to give this briefcase back where it came from. Rob swings around, the shot comes off, and this is our second proper lead of the game. First one that goes in Rob's favor. Adafheyesh got a lead out of our first doubled venue. Rov answered back on the same venue, and now at the end of the third one, Rov finds a way through. It is 7-5.
Yeah, now all the pressure on Ada here, just to find any spy win at all. One will
Last
do.
doubled
More
venue
will be
is going
better.
to bring us. Sorry?
One will do. More will be better.
Yeah, absolutely. Second Second one here, last doubled venue is going to bring us to Ballroom, any 4 of 8. Rov to start things off on the spy side as Ada tries to claw this back in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We're going to chase our ST again. We're not going right next to them this time, just nice distance, social distancing, 25% flirt.
This does mean we're going to need a green test somewhere if we're going to get it done in 3, but if you're not going to get too close for the first one, that is the risk you take. It does, however, mean that you're much less likely to get flirt paired, which is always good. I got double agent a little bit, it looks like, as well.
Yeah, we've got pretty full conversations here. It's a bit early in the game, though.
Now that the seduction target steps away, double agent seems like it's the logical next landing point. But Rov is not eager to jump on it, as Rov never seems to be, so he's just going to take his time early on in the game. The seduction target almost returns to us, but was just trying to find a way through to green bookcase. Rov is going to give chase to said bookcase, however, so that's a fairly close green to bring us up to 76%. So that is a much better flirt number than we had before. There was even a print here. So that's one print, 76% on the flirt, and green book in hand. Never mind, it was a difficult print and he didn't hit it. My bad.
Any green will do here to finish off, or even a close white. Not even that close. We do need 3 other missions, though.
First, it's going to be this contact.
Gonna wait a bit more to take that. Can't wait too long.
I think he really wants to make sure Smallman winds up in conversation, but winds up losing the contact altogether, unfortunately. 1 minute and 30 left to play.
Yeah, so now we're offered a drink and we're forced to...
Purloin, it's a white test. Just straight up took the list. What's the reaction from Ada?
Oh, right now it's not visible.
Well, visible enough for a few lowlights to start coming off. But not much reaction so far. Going to say hi to Damon for this briefcase real quick.
Sorry, just need to return that to Nebasser. Actually, no, never mind. Gonna hop in this conversation here for another flirt. I don't know if a white will do. We're a bit far.
Might be a little bit far. Hopefully they'll hit the green test anyways and we won't have to know.
Yeah, we have 45 seconds left on the clock. The ST leaves us. We have a Purloin when one of the only 2 highlights here. This is not going well.
30 seconds to play. Rov finds himself in time trouble yet again.
It's Purloin again. Returned the list.
20 seconds.
Banana bread.
Fake contact in with an SDA.
Desperate fake BB, but we're the only highlight with a real
Ada does not
BB.
seem interested in taking a shot right now. So Rov, I'm pretty sure, is just going to time out on this. There's no way through. Even if you hug the ambassador, you're just not going to get the missions done. And Ada holds the shot and picks up the sniper game fairly easily.
Yeah, that's 2 rough timeouts in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully not 3. But let's get into our next game here.
With Ada on the spy versus Rov's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Ada just down by the 1 game, but has to get it back from the spy side. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, we don't get our flirt that we really kind of wanted, but instead we're gonna chase now. And hopefully wasn't seen by the sniper.
Should be a fairly quick flirt either way. This is not nearly as strong a flirt positioning as the last one was, so this little bit of extra delay is going to make what would have been a 51% flirt simply 40% as we get a mid-range green test on that, but 40% is still a solid start.
Yeah, we take an innocent drink, and we're gonna do the stay in conversation tactic.
just sitting here waiting for the timer flirt. Bit of a slow start to the game, but both of these spies have been very predisposed to slow starts to the game. There's the timer flirt coming off. This one white brings us to 67%, which is in range to finish with a close white. But it does have to be a close white.
Yeah, and we're not close enough right now, and I'm not sure. We should be starting to move here, because otherwise we're going to be running out of time yet again. There we go.
And Ada eventually does decide to time ad? Nope, no time ad, just an innocent window visit.
To reposition ourselves in the conversation to get, finally, our first mission. And a bug? No, no bug. Oh, we can still bug.
That is very dangerous from the ambassador. We did take the bug! The bug has come off! Rov was staring directly at it, and we still did it, and it still worked!
Okay, but we still have 2 missions to do, though, is the issue, and we only have 67 seconds.
I mean, contact is still available, so that's effectively only one real mission to do. Into conversation with the double agent we go. It's not going to be the greatest bug contact of all time, but we don't really have the luxury of waiting for this, so he's just going to take it. It's a white contact.
Banana bread.
Oh no, double agent leaves our conversation, so we don't even have it. We have to purloin. What
That
else are we gonna
hurts.
do?
Waited a little bit too long, took the purloin coming out of it anyways. What's the
And now we
reaction to the list being gone? Need to chase this double agent. 25 seconds as we land in conversation with him.
Yeah, we're
I
going
think
back.
Rava may have just seen the list gone off the wrong take.
Banana bread.
There's the last contact. That's the real one. Low lights, but that's not a shot.
We're just gonna get away with
3
it.
seconds, and Adafheyesh has drawn things level yet again.
Oh my god. Are we gonna go to overtime?
We might just. We've got 2 more games of Ballroom and then 2 more singles to play. So we're certainly have more SpyParty to come before overtime happens, but with these 2 players, I would not be surprised to see us go to overtime in the end.
Yeah, 4 spy wins out of 14 games, so that's about what the percentage you would expect. Maybe even lower than that, but it's already really good on the sniper side here.
Yeah.
But let's get into our next game.
Rov on the spy, Ada on the sniper. We're tied at 7 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
As usual, an early control take from the AI that controls us at the beginning of games. And we can go for a flirt, and it's green.
Yep, quick little green flirt, 51%, nice and close. So, by the book start, that's exactly what you want to see as a spy. Unless you're going for some sort of crazy rush, but considering these 2 players, I don't think that's going to happen.
So we're just gonna stay here, timer flirt as usual. Just take some talks if we can, and go with the party.
That does seem to be the plan. Seduction target steps away though, so we're not going to get the timer flirt we clearly wanted.
Instead, we're offered a drink. I'm not sure we're gonna do anything with that. We're just gonna take a drink.
Yep, does wind up taking the innocent drink, so that's going to restrict our hands a little bit for a short while, but I'm surprised Rov hasn't given chase to the seduction target yet. There we finally step away, and it is in fact giving chase to the seduction target. Not super close, but still 49% close if we hit this green.
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes left though, again.
Does
Please.
hit the green too, so that's flirt done. Minute and 45 and 3 missions, sorry, to get.
Yeah, we're not done with second mission just yet. Here's a partial mission. But now that we're down to 90 seconds, I'm a little scared again of timing out.
A relatively early print is a helpful thing to have in your pocket near the end of the game. It certainly opens up a lot of opportunities, but you do want more progress. We are in conversation with the double agent, so we're likely to get some there soon. Never mind, double agent has abandoned us.
We're just gonna start talking innocently here, but now we're down to 60 seconds. And I keep repeating that we're low on time, but I mean, we are.
Rov is certainly not behaving like it, although even when there's 10 seconds left and he hasn't done any missions, he still doesn't behave like he's low on time. 45 to play now. No movement from Rov.
There we go.
Finally steps away from
Go to another conversation.
into an innocent conversation on his own. Where is he headed next? It's statues, but not even center statues. Under 30 seconds to play. It's a straight swap. He could, what was that? He just picked it up, swapped it, put it down. Yeah, that's just a bullet. There's no two ways about it.
What happened?
I am so confused.
Did I close my eyes and imagine the rest of the game there?
that is not the kind of thing you expect to see from Rov.
Like, did we just see the sniper like completely on the side and we were like, yes, this is my opportunity to go swap randomly?
Well, yes, that is exactly what happened. Adafheyesh stepping back into the spy side where they've had success before versus Rov's sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Last game of Ballroom. Here we go.
Okay, 3 at windows. Not too bad, but
None of them are our seduction target, unfortunately.
I have to say I haven't studied whether 3 at windows is legal, so can't say much about that.
It's not something people usually study. They'll do it for bookcases, not for windows. That's a relatively close green flirt to start off the festivities. 49% is where we stand there, which is still close enough as long as we get nice and snuggly for the next one.
Yeah, but again, ooh, fake BB, here we go.
That's a good fake, too.
I like it.
It lets off Smallman, and one other, but that's pretty solid.
So we can try and purloin once there's a chain as well. I'm not sure there's one right here. Yeah, we're just gonna take an innocent drink.
It'll be interesting to see what Adafheyesh does for the rest of this game, because it looks like they're leaning into frame territory here. So expect Ada to start pushing the seduction target around, but maybe not actually moving towards a mission completion at this point.
I mean, you say that, but every time they've been completing missions when there's a minute left on the clock, so...
It's true. But we don't usually see them do these kind of things that will lean into trying to subvert suspicion onto other people like this. Usually they just try to fly under the radar. But back in conversation with the seduction target, this should answer our question.
As long as we get a green.
Yeah, question is it red or not? Nope, it's not red, so they are going to go for mission completion, but it's not green either, so it's only 83% right now. That means Adafheyesh needs to start doing missions fast.
Yeah, and we're running out of time quickly. 1 second every second, in fact, and we're gonna have to find 3 other missions.
Double agent drops in to say hi. That's the real one this time. Do we take the contact?
Yeah, most snipers know that the second contact is usually real because spies don't really like contacting twice if they can avoid it.
Back to back with the Amba. No cover, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to do anything with this.
Yeah, we're just not doing much is the issue.
Yeah, really not
Okay.
moving towards completion here.
Let's
Not really
frame our
moving towards a
ST.
frame either.
Yeah, we're gonna swap here, I assume.
Well, hit a difficult print off of it as well, so that might change the calculus a little bit. Unfortunately,
Why?
we're well into the beep beeps at this point. It is a swap.
It's a second.
There's no way this works, right? No, yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a second animation white swap. It doesn't work. Like even if you don't see the fades.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So apparently they just decided they didn't want to do these last two games on Ballroom.
Just like, yeah, I'm done. It's okay.
On to the next one. It's Aquarium. Our single game, second last venue of regulation. Rov on the spy side first in the land of shenanigans. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. It's Smallman! The emergency Smallman button has been pressed.
I think we need it. We really, I mean, if we can, we want to avoid overtime. It's always annoying. Drains our stamina.
Rov not quite able to get their seduction target to sit down. So, no early progress and a very visible Smallman.
To be fair, they have been sitting around in conversation most of the time, so their stamina probably isn't that drained.
This is very true. Into the bar we go. Pick up 34% flirt while we're at it.
And I assume we're gonna get a delegate here.
That's the assumption, yeah. We've got to wait in line, though, unfortunately. Maybe not. Maybe he's just going to step away before any of that happens. Pick up a briefcase real quick, way out in the open where he has no cover whatsoever and the shark isn't even on screen. That's a bug. That's a bug on the way back.
That's
Adafheyesh was
mean.
watching it very closely. It was enough for a highlight, but not for a shot. Couldn't actually see the arm, but knows what that path meant.
If the shark was middle, that would have been perfect. Unfortunately, I think that we are top suspect here.
Yeah, I think so too. Top suspect in a big way. Watching the feats to see who could be getting bugs behind the shark there. 61% as well as we finish up our second flirt. That is going to require a green test to finish in 3.
Yeah, but if we're credited with bug and Ada actually counts mission, we're gonna be in a rough spot here when we get our second fingerprint.
In conversation with both the section target and the double agent right now, and the ambassador drops in to say hi too, so that's a little bit worrying. There's the flirt. It is green, but it's too far away, so 88% on that with 1 minute and 45 to play right now. We only have the one mission done, and that's the bug right now.
Yeah, we're down. We need to make another flirt, a fingerprint, and a contact. We're not gonna wait too long for the contact. There we go.
Yep, contact off.
That's one
One
low light.
low light is the reaction.
Pretty good contact. Are we
Pretty
gonna
good
try and
contact
purloin?
indeed. Back into bar we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
that's
straight up purloin.
just a straight purloin. So leaning into a bit of a 50-50 here, and it's
It
the right
works!
play. Anna assumes it's green. It wasn't green, and Rov finds a way through from the spy side.
That was actually really well played. Banana bread into a delegate from Teal, coming from Teal, into
Yeah.
a purloin, and it just works out beautifully.
It was a very good lineup from Rov. And that is yet another win on the spy side, which once again puts a lot of pressure on Adafheyesh. Let's see what they're able to do about it from the spy side of 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, just as a reminder, Adafheyesh has never won against Rov. Some ties, but never won in a set, so really looking for their first win against Rov.
Nice
again-
slow start here in conversation with the double agent. But haven't gotten any flirts yet. A little bit too much spread in the party to take this contact. Target thought about it.
Just mean. Like, just mean. I want someone to make like the worst possible games where every time you join a conversation with double agent, they leave, and then the ST thinks they're gonna join a conversation, and then they continue walking.
I'm pretty sure I've cast one of those before. It was sad. The spy was trying so hard.
Just couldn't get it.
Into the bar we go. You pick up a delegate fairly early on. No progress as of yet. As we move to chase down the selection target to pick up this first flirt, but with only 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to play as we step into conversation here. There's the flirt, 27% off of a white test. So that's not going to be a lot of progress, but it is some, which is infinitely more than we had before.
Quite literally. Unfortunately, again, we're down to 2 minutes, and we have one flirt, which is not even enough to give us like 2 more white flirts. We still need 3 white flirts.
Gotta hit a green on one of these flirts at some point. There's just the other option is to take like 2 time ads in a row, which is not likely to go well. This is not even a very close flirt, but if we hit a green, it'll still put us back on track. We don't hit a green. It's 57%.
I almost wouldn't mind the time ads. The issue here on Aquarium is that the windows are really on the side, so you can't really do... It's not a secret if you're going to windows.
Yeah. I mean, you could maybe do some shenaniganery with the shark where you pretend you're going to statues and then slip to windows behind him, but that would be a lot of effort for a time ad.
I mean, we might need it, though. We haven't done any missions completely, and only one is partial.
To play nothing on the mission list. There's no green on there at all. Picking up another delegate from the bar, but with 1 minute to play, like, where there's just no time. Difficult print on the briefcase. Doesn't hit it. It's not a good situation as far as the missions are concerned.
If we hit this green flirt, we're not even trying. If we were to hit a green flirt on our next flirt, we might have a chance, but at this point it's not a chance. We're just betting on hitting a green flirt.
Fake contact, I like the idea, but we're in with an SDA.
Yeah, a few highlights come off, but...
That's a bug! That's a fairly clear bug.
Okay, we need a green flirt.
From off.
It's not a green flirt, no!
It's not a green flirt, everything. He's trying to throw the kitchen sink at him. But unfortunately, unlike the shark, the kitchen sink is not bulletproof.
It's the opposite of a green flirt. It's a red flirt into a real contact, into the guest being the list being purloined into a shot.
So we have one venue left in regulation, and it's Veranda. Rov has 2 match points. Adafheyesh needs to find a spy win on Veranda in order to push this to overtime. He's got to convert on the sniper side first, of course, but this is going to be a tall task. Let's see if Ada can make it happen in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I'm kind of hoping my prediction is correct now, 11-9, but...
we shall see.
We just need 2 sniper wins.
That is definitely what you expect to see on this venue.
Yeah, especially such a big venue. It's any 5 of 8, we need to do 5 missions. Actually, first first venue of this set where we need to do 5 missions.
And let's be honest, these spies have not shown fantastic time management. Rov bounces off a partygoer into a position where he actually wants to be, miraculously. Picks up a flirt for 34%.
Yeah, we're offered a drink. We're gonna take one. But again, we're down a minute, and we've got one flirt.
Yeah. Certainly not the fastest spy play we have ever seen.
I mean, not the fastest, but it's not the slowest, surprisingly.
That's true.
We do need to do 3 missions on top of flirt and contact here as well, so time is of the essence, even more so than the other venues.
Definitely makes timer flirts less appealing, but not to Rov, who waits here for the timer flirt and picks up a green on this one to 85%. So positioning will not matter for the last flirt. As long as we flirt, it's going to be okay. Into windows we go. Time ad from Rov this time around. It's
Haven't seen
been
those.
all Ada adding time before this, but now Rov decides to pick up the pocket watch.
Haven't seen those since Redwoods. We can finish our flirt here. So we're down to 3 minutes.
Down to 3 minutes, but the flirt done.
Deja vu about repeating 3 minutes, but 4 missions to go, which is every single mission on a normal venue.
Yeah, but now you don't have to do flirt, which takes forever. So theoretically, and this is pretty deep theory, theoretically this means we'll start moving faster.
Because we don't have flirt to do.
Exactly. In conversation with the double agent we go, so setting up for a contact here.
There is no evidence against your hypothesis, so it might just work.
Fair bit of movement still. I think he's waiting for a few more people to land in these conversations before he pulls the trigger. Double agent doesn't feel like waiting, however, and does what Rov is so worried about doing and walks away.
Yeah, now we're down to 2 minutes.
Steps out as well. It looks like we're heading off to the time ad window.
Yep.
Nope, it's just a blue bookcase.
I mean, we can check our watch still. No, we're gonna do a green microfilm. Completely off screen. Not visible. That's great.
This is definitely the easiest place to get your microfilm done if you're doing animation transfer. But you've got to get to one of the other bookcases to do it eventually if you are going to.
I wish we had tried for a time ad, but there's really no cover on any of those windows on either side. So, like, doing time ad here is not great.
Indeed.
Now we're down to 1 minute, and we have partial progress on 1 mission, and we still need to do 4.
It seems my hypothesis may have been incorrect.
We got a microfilm.
I mean, yeah, it's fair. 45 seconds to play. Is Rov even going to attempt missions at this point?
No, we're just gonna stand in this conversation for the next 35 seconds, accepting our fate.
I think that answers the question.
No. Oh.
That's a bug, and that's a bullet.
That was a 5 seconds where it was very exciting. Marked spy less suspicious, then neutral suspicious, then a bug, then a shot.
I get the sense that it probably makes a little bit more sense as the spy to spread your excitement out a little bit.
No, but there's all of this preparation for those 5 seconds.
Either way, 10-9 is the current scoreline going into the last game of regulation. Adafheyesh needs to break through from the spy side of Veranda here against Rov's sniper. A tall task, but certainly not an impossible one. Let's see if Adafheyesh is able to get us to overtime, or if Rov is going to take this home in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Okay, so we've got 4 minutes 15 on the clock and 5 missions to do. We are going to get a flirt.
Seduction target decides to drop in right next to us at the window to start things off, and we capitalize with a green test for 51%. That's a good start. Does the seduction target join us again? It was close to, but not quite there.
Now flirt cooldown has expired. We could chase. Instead, we're going to go back to windows. No, go for a briefcase, which doesn't work out. And now we're going to probably go back to our ST and try and go for a green flirt.
That is exactly what we are doing. Into conversation with the seduction target we go.
We're just hoping for a green. No, it's white, unfortunately.
Hasn't been taking too much time to try to pick up these flirts, though. He's been moving fairly quickly, but hasn't been doing much in between, which could cause some problems later on in the game. 85% on the flirt is where we stand right now.
Okay, we're down to 3 minutes. Flirt cooldown has expired. We can finish our flirt now. Go for a contact at some point and 3 more missions.
That is kind of the seduction target. That hasn't been happening very much, especially to Ada this game. But seduction target drops back in to say hi, and that's the flirt done. Quick innocent drink take to cancel the talk animation and give us a free out from this conversation. Time ad?
I wouldn't mind it. Maybe even go for 2 time ads at this point.
No time ad, looks like.
Ah.
2 minutes and 15 to play, 4 missions to get, and no progress on them.
Yeah, this is where you go.
No, I thought he was going to enter the conversation with the double agent, but opts not to.
There we go.
There's the time ad we've been waiting for. And now, in conversation with the double agent, with a bit of a missed pad on the way in, but it doesn't look like Rov's eyes were on it.
Yeah, that was very difficult to see from the sniper view. We have a very full conversation indeed.
But is also can see a lot of movement happening from here, so is probably going to try to wait till the party settles a bit, which is always a risky proposition. No, just steps away over the green bookcase.
What are we gonna do with this book? I don't...
Just pull it back into conversation here.
We could try going to red with this. It's gonna be pretty visible though. We need more cover on the front conversation.
I'm surprised we haven't taken this contact yet, but we are putting this away in red.
That's a zoom in on us.
Yeah,
that's a shot on us.
That's going to do it. Rov books their spot in the finals. And Adafheyesh is going to have to settle for a third place match.
Yeah, that's unfortunate on that microfilm. I don't know what else you would have done though, so really well played from both players.
Yeah, absolutely. Some very, very high-level SpyParty on display. Congratulations to Rov, who has booked himself a spot in the finals against, I believe, Miniorek. Adafheyesh will go up against Opie for third. And that, I believe, is all going to be cast next weekend.
Yes, and it's gonna be some exciting matches for sure. Just 4 amazing players.
We're gonna have one holiday with Thanksgiving and another one with SMC finals. All in the same week.
Absolutely. But that is going to do it for us today. Thanks a ton for everybody who came out to watch. If you're new here, this game is called SpyParty. You can get it either on Steam or at SpyParty.com for $25. If you have played SpyParty and are interested in getting into the competitive scene or just want to chat with some like-minded folks, visit discord.gg/SpyParty. There's always people who are willing to help. There's always events going on. We are always happy to have people of any skill level joining into the competitive scene and getting their feet wet. I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I hope you have a great evening.